All right. Boom. Just look at this title alone, guys. Like, just look at this title alone. Joe Rogan jokes about shooting homeless jokes about shooting homeless people on his podcast. Does he really? Yeah. Now again, I haven't even seen it yet. I ain't seen this yet. But by the title alone and the fact that it's from TYT, we already know this is gonna be complete horseshit. But to be fair, that puts me like in a biased. I am biased. I'm gonna be honest. I am biased against TYT because they're fucking liars. But let's still watch. Let's make up our mind on said video.
Person's property is
Oh,
protected.
god damn it! Let's maybe turn up the music as well, or the volume.
Yes, absolutely.
Huh?
If you were to go and try to move that or take that,
You'd get arrested.
yeah, yeah.
Hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
But they wouldn't arrest you if you shot somebody. Maybe you should just go and shoot the homeless people.
I like your ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if nobody claims it, I mean, nobody does anything about violent crime in LA anymore. It's a joke.
That's true.
They're just letting people out.
What's he saying there?
Seem like a
Yes, that's
great
Tom
group
Segura.
of guys there. That's Joe Rogan and comedian Tom Segura joking about shooting homeless people.
Were they joking about shooting homeless people though? That's not what they said, right?
Yes, absolutely.
The
Go.
homeless person's property is
Yes.
protected?
Yes, absolutely.
Huh?
If you were to go and try to move that or take that,
You'd get arrested.
yeah, yeah.
Hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
But they wouldn't arrest you if you shot somebody. Maybe you should just go and shoot
So-
the homeless people.
Right off the bat, the joke is clearly not about shooting homeless people. The joke is the fact that you could get away with shooting a homeless person, but you couldn't get away with like taking their shack down or whatever they live in. I'm going off really bad now. I don't know what it's. I don't know the words. It's not that I don't care about those people. It's I don't know the words. What do they live in? Hovels? Shacks? Or on the street, right? Or boxes sometimes, like, yeah.
I like your idea.
But that's what they're
Homeless
saying,
person's
right?
Property is
Yes.
protected?
Yes.
A homeless person's property is protected.
Huh?
If you were to go and try to move that or take that,
You'd get arrested.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hilarious.
A shanty
But they
town.
wouldn't
Yeah, but
arrest
it's
you
not
for
really
shooting
shanty town because they're talking about California, which I'm guessing is like under a bridge or some shit, you know?
Maybe you should just go and shoot.
Like,
the
have you
homeless
seen the fucking... Oh, dude. Philadelphia at night. Like, yeah. You know what I mean? These people don't even have a shanty town. They're just out there on the street, you know? Obviously they're homeless, but I mean, you know what I mean. It's crazy, dude. This is Philadelphia, bro. In like what is supposedly one of the richest countries in the world. Crazy. Anyway, let's actually go into the video that we were
Yeah.
talking about.
And if
Just-
nobody claims it. I mean, nobody does anything about violent crime in LA anymore. It's a joke.
Yeah.
They're just letting people out.
so yeah, right off the bat, they're already not joking about shooting people. That's not
Seem
what the
like
joke is
a
about.
great group of guys there. That's Joe Rogan and comedian Tom Segura joking about shooting homeless people.
Nope,
Here's that exchange
Nope.
in full.
you're lying. Oh, she's gonna actually put the exchange in full. You're already lying. We can already tell you're lying. Like, you're gonna make it even more obvious, I guess. Then.
And-
Look at the smug face on this this chick. She's so disapproving of her fantasy narrative. It's ridiculous.
And then we're on the underpass, and there's porta potties. Not one either, like four, like a deck of porta potties. And then someone has a car parked there on the sidewalk, like partly on the sidewalk. So they're like half blocking a lane. And then they have like a canopy draped over their car, and they have just stacks of And then next to it was a dresser. They had a dresser.
Jesus.
So they had their shoes in a shoe rack. There was a shoe rack. Like, this is where they live.
That's
They're
really wild. I didn't know also that, you know, when you see stuff like that on the street,
gotta keep
at
it
least
friendly
in
for you,
Los
too.
Angeles or maybe in California, that's protected property, like by law. You know that? Like if you were
So
to
you're
go,
not supposed to do that.
but like that's that person's property by law. If you
Oh,
were to
the
go,
homeless person's property is
Yes.
protected?
yes, absolutely.
Huh.
If you were to go and try to move that or take that,
You'd
they-
get arrested.
yeah, yeah.
Hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
But they wouldn't arrest you if you shot somebody. Maybe you should just go and shoot the homeless people.
I like your ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if nobody claims it, I mean, nobody does anything about violent crime in LA anymore. It's a joke.
Yeah.
They're just letting people out.
Okay, before the imbecile starts talking, let's break down what he said. It's hilarious that you can not take somebody's property down, like somebody's shanty or hovel or whatever it's called, right? That's not even in a place that's theirs. You can't do that. But you can get away with a lot of violent stuff in California and they won't do a damn thing about it. The joke is about where the priorities lie. The joke is not about shooting people. A 5-year-old knows this. A 5-year-old can deduce this. This lady, that lady right here, this one with the enormously smug look on her face, she knows this too. But she's about to lie straight to your face because she's trying to spin a narrative. I guarantee it. Again, we haven't seen this video yet. It's TYT. They have an MO.
It's really unfortunate that Joe Rogan's comments are a reflection of a larger problem.
Here comes the white supremacists, right-wing, violent cult, death cult. Like, these people are they're so obvious, dude. How can you fall for this?
Trend of violence against the homeless communities in Los Angeles, California. The comments about beginning to kill homeless people hits too close to reality for any comfort. Because the murders of homeless people in Los Angeles went up 47% last year over the previous year, there's a bit of an unfortunate.
Why are you telling me 47%? If the number was 2 and it goes to 3, that's 50%. I want hard numbers. They'll never give you hard numbers because then you might realize it might not be that serious. Don't get me wrong, any murder is serious. But statistically speaking, when you live in a city of millions and you get 2 murders a year, for example, completely arbitrary numbers, those are pretty good statistics. And if you then go to 3, yeah, that's an increase of 50%. Oh my god, murder is up 50%. Oh, it went from 2 to 3? Oh. So this I already automatically dismiss. Like 47%, yeah, you're not telling me any real numbers. You're not giving me any information. You're just giving me a number that you probably thought looked good.
Vigilantism already in Los Angeles towards people devastated by homelessness, and they don't need any encouragement. That's Andy Bales, Union Rescue Mission president and CEO. That's a 501c3 nonprofit organization. They provide emergency services, free health clinics, and resources to help break the cycle of homelessness. They are also a religious organization. We have more from Andy Bales, who said, usually when I get a case like this with somebody with a lot of influence and responsibility, he's talking about Joe Rogan there, I invite them to come see what's happening on the street and get to know the people they're talking about. I would invite Joe to come to Union Rescue Mission to see not only our work, but see what's been happening on the streets and who these people are, who he's talking about. And a lot of folks are saying that Joe Rogan's comments are just a reflection of larger culture in the United States.
Here it comes. Right-wing, violence, white supremacy. They're gonna hit racism. It's probably coming. It's gonna pass the review at some point. You just know it.
We have this tweet, Joe Rogan being a millionaire and saying we should shoot homeless people is basically the most American thing anyone has said ever.
How do you completely take that out of context like that? That's not what he said at all. He's making a comment on the joke of the justice system in California and in many, many progressive cities. He didn't say go out and shoot people. This is the spin propaganda machine full at work.
So according to Celebrity Net Worth, Joe Rogan is worth a ton of money, $120 billion. And all of that money is...
See, but that says died in the city. So if 331 homeless people died in the city, how many of them were murders, right? Because a lot of homeless people, because they're homeless, die on the streets. You know what I mean? Like, we are not made to live in the outdoors constantly. Not anymore. I mean, I'm sure we were at some point, but yeah. You can't live on the streets without suffering a number of things just from the weather alone, right? Yeah, see, most of those are apparently overdoses, which also makes a lot of sense. Like, I'm trying to look up the same thing right now, but or not about that, but like actual, like more than 1,000 homeless homicide victims in the entire United States, though. So that's on a population of over 330 million, which is, it's still high, 1,000, you know. But I would like to see how many homeless are there in the United States. You know what I mean? Like, you don't even know that. I can't really find any proper statistics really quickly, so we're just gonna assume what they're saying is bullshit because they're not giving me statistics either. They just gave me 47%. Yeah, that tells me nothing. So
clearly gotten to Joe Rogan's head. Here's a clip that we covered on the Young Turks last month when Rogan complained about unemployment. Let's watch.
I have a friend who has a restaurant. He could not get people to come back to work.
Yeah.
And so one buddy of mine, a bartender told him, I can come back to work, but I can only work for 20 hours a week because that way I get unemployment. So he wouldn't work more than 20 hours a week so he could get free money.
Mm-hmm.
So he could have made more money, but he didn't want to because he didn't want to work. You see a lot of people that that own businesses that have a hard time finding people work for them. So there's pros to that, right? The pros are people. It's a marketplace that favors the worker, so workers can ask for more money. So you're seeing a lot of places like bars and restaurants and stuff that have to pay more money per hour, which I guess is good as long as the restaurant can stay open.
Absolutely insane. So not only is
what's
it
insane about what he said?
A criminal act to be a homeless person in the United States of America, the people that don't want to work for less than a living wage, they're a part of the problem as well.
That's not what he said. Oh my god. This lady. Why do some of the cutest chicks I've ever seen, right? Because she's pretty cute, let's be honest. But then she opens her mouth and just stupidity comes out. Like, are you serious? In what fantasy universe are you living that's your takeaway?
And let's talk a little bit about what's going on with housing in California. So there are a lot of commercial luxury apartment buildings where most of the units are vacant. And the people, the developers who build those buildings, can claim a loss and get a huge tax break from those buildings. There are also companies like Zillow that are investing in properties. What they'll do is they'll go in and buy up 5 houses in a neighborhood. First, they'll purchase 3. They'll pay about $200,000 for each of those homes, and then they'll buy an additional, 2 homes at a price of $300,000, effectively lifting the price of housing. So now they can sell the original 3 at a $100,000 gain. And now they've priced out all of those people from that neighborhood.
Bro,
now they've become renters.
You uploaded this? I have 99 subscribers. I get like 40 views. If that's in my video, I make a new video. They uploaded this.
You know, 2 homes at a price of $300,000, effectively lifting the price of housing. So now they can sell the original 3 at a $100,000 gain. And now
it wasn't my site. For a second there, I thought it may have been me. They uploaded this. This is a multi-million-dollar company making YouTube videos, and they upload a video that has broken frames in it. A lot of them. Like, you could clearly see. Oh my god. They really don't even try. You know what I mean? Like, they're very obvious in their propaganda. They're very lazy in their production. It's... all they do is ask for money as well. Right? Oh, donate, you gotta fight, and you fight by... You gotta give me money. Give me money. Please give me money. But I'll fight for you. I'm strong. I'm totally not weak. Please give me money, please. Please give me money, because I have this lifestyle that I'm accustomed to. I need the money, please. Please give me money. Sorry, I did my Jink impression. I apologize. I should do it like money, I need money. Democrats bad, Republicans bad, racism, white supremacy, progressive, me, strong, please money, please money. I wrote book, it's not ready yet. I wrote book 2 years ago, I've been selling for 2 years, but it's not ready. I don't know why I turned him into a Russian there. He's not ready, comrade, no. I make you book, but I not give it to you. No, you pay me, but I not give you book, because I'm lazy. I'm scammer. You not get book. I know he's Turkish. Everybody calm down. But he is a scammer, right? This guy's been selling a book for over 2 years. He hasn't written a damn thing.
People from that neighborhood. Now
not this guy. Obviously, this is chick.
Renters. Well, what's going on with the renting market in California? There are so many Airbnbs and short-term rentals. It's not just Airbnb, there's VRBO and a bunch of other services now. But they've gone in, they've taken units, they either rent them out or they purchase the apartments, and then they rent them out at a much higher rent than they could charge for long-term leases. And this is effectively raising the price of rent for people in the city. This is forcing people into homelessness. And Joe Rogan is here saying,
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know enough about this to comment, so we're gonna not comment about the housing situation. I'll have to look into it. I don't know anything about the California housing situation. I'm pretty sure the way she's explaining it is probably not the whole truth, because these people can't say anything that contains nothing but the truth. So another reason for me to not like believe. I don't believe what she's saying. I don't disbelieve it. I am agnostic towards this information because I don't have any insight into the actual information. We're gonna have to look this up. We're not gonna do that now.
We should shoot people for being homeless and trying to live on the street.
That's not what he said at all. You are completely misrepresenting what he said. You're also, in essence, defaming him, which is something these people love to do, right? They keep getting away with it too, so it is what it is. But yeah, this lady's lying to you in your face, looking you straight in the eye or in the camera. Connection. And lying to your face.
Street. That's a better solution than just respecting their space as they try and find shelter in the streets of Los Angeles. It's cruel. John, what do you think?
Yeah, so real quick clarification. I think you made a reference to billions, but meant millions. I saw people in the chat talking about that.
Yeah.
He's many millions of dollars. Understand that having $120 million or $120 billion means basically nothing in practice. You have more money than any person could ever spend. So let's just be.
I don't know. 120 million and 120 billion, that's a giant difference, bro. You can't just like, oh, it's the same thing. No. It's really not. It's not the same thing by about a factor of 10. That's not the same thing. Not even like, oh, it's basically the same thing in principle or in concept or in practice. It's just not. Having more money also does not mean your ideas or your opinions should be immediately dismissed. I should point out again, they're completely lying and misrepresenting what he said. So his opinion isn't even shoot people. You know what I mean? Like, I guess I said that wrong. You know what? You guys know what I mean. You're smart people.
Be clear about that. He has reached the strata of the unimaginably rich. There is nothing he cannot buy effectively. So let's be clear about that. And he's been in that bubble of great wealth for a very long time. So that's one clarification. The other clarification is, I am sure that once this video,
everyone's in a bubble except for these people. You know, they can see through the bubble. This is the scam they're selling you. Like, it's like literally a cult. This is like cult tactics. Like, everyone else doesn't know, but we know, and we'll tell you. Just give us money. Donation, please. Please donate. We're a grassroots movement. Ignore the 20 million we got from Jeffrey Katzenberger. No. Grassroots. Donate, please. Donate. 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 Give money. Donate.
goes up.
Oh, visit our shop. Stack up on the merch. Please give us money. Money.
Many people are probably watching this when it's been uploaded to the channel. Probably about 10,000 people have already gone down to the chat to educate us that he was joking. And I want to clarify, yes, I know that he was joking. I know that Joe Rogan was not literally saying to his audience, you should go out and you should shoot the homeless. I get it.
So it's a non-story. You're just trying to ride his coattails because you can put his name in the title and you can make a clickbait title to get some views, right? Because I guarantee you, 54,000 views. This is one of the better videos on their platform simply because Joe Rogan's name is in it. Let's find out. I guarantee it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I guarantee it's gonna be one of the better run videos that is on this shitty ass network because no one watches this. Nobody, only people like me who watch this stuff, right? The cult people that are like completely brainwashed watch this, and then you've got people like me that look at this and laugh at it and are like incredulous that people actually watch this shit.
Every day, the Young Turks delivers.
Oh look,
2
give me
hours of
money,
solid,
please, money,
fact-based, timely
give
news
money.
and progressive.
Let's see. 92k views, 45, 48, 20, 15, 64. All of these high ones have, notice they have names in it. Like Josh Hawley, Louis Gohmert, Melania Trump. Random Story, 20k views. Random Story, 15k views. High Big Name, 46k views. Random Story, 4k views. Big Name, 30k views. Big Name, 30k views. Big Name, 39k views. Oh, this was a good one for them. Another Josh Hawley video, right? Like they only get big names, or they only get numbers on big names. Like 54k, I was right. 54k is a pretty good fucking number for them. Like anytime they do something normal, 8k views. Like they don't get views, man. Remember, they've got 5.2 million subscribers. I'm guessing half of them are bots, right? And they're getting like 5k views on a video of themselves. It's pathetic. And don't get me wrong, I get 50 views if I'm lucky, right? But I don't have millions and millions of dollars and a giant platform.
Yes, he was joking. He also felt like that was something to joke about. Either because of his ignorance about the absolute epidemic of violence.
I'm so sorry,
and
guys.
Murder against the unhoused community, and that's me being generous to assume that he doesn't know that, because the only alternative is that he does know that, but still because of his ignorance about the absolute epidemic of violence and murder against the unhoused community, or
the unhoused community. These people are so dumb, dude. Just say homeless. They're homeless. We have words. These words already have meanings. You don't have to make shit up. Unhoused community. Everything is a joke to these people, man. Like, you cannot be serious. You cannot be serious. The unhoused community? What, homeless is offensive now? Can we stop? Can we just stop with this nonsense? I'm so over this shit. Can we just stop with this bullshit? I'm gonna get, yeah, we're gonna get flagged on this video. I've been cursing. This is just insane. The unhoused community.
Either because of his ignorance about the absolute epidemic of violence and murder against the unhoused community, murder against the unhoused community, the unhoused community, the unhoused community, the unhoused community,
Idiot.
and that's me being generous to assume that he doesn't know that, because the only alternative is that he does know that, but still believes that that is what he should be joking about. And again, at the end of the day, it ain't about what
They didn't even get the joke, right? Well, they got the joke. They're just on purpose misrepresenting it. Right? We'll go back afterwards to show the joke again, because they won't, right? They've been lying about it for the last 7 minutes or 5 minutes, right? They can't show it again because then it breaks through their fantasy.
Thinks his audience is what matters. All of the, I'm gonna say, white guys who are putting into the chat.
Here comes the racism.
That he was joking. How do you like jokes about how people should be able to get away with shooting white guys without experiencing any consequences? Do you think?
I think it's pretty funny if it's a good joke, you know?
That that's really funny, or do you freak out politically about anything like that?
No, because I'm not like a pansy, you know?
A bunch of pansies.
I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn, dude. Like, you should make the jokes, bro. I'll laugh at them too, you know? Because I'm not like a tight little pussy. I'm not nothing like that will ever like really hurt me. Like, I laugh with it, you know? It's hilarious. Shoot some white guys, okay. If it's a good joke, why not? You know? Everything has to be race related for these guys, man. Like, this is like the face of a racist. This is what a racist looks like, and he's so smug too. Look at his face. He thought he made a point. He literally just thought he made a point, even though the only point he made is that this man, John Ayadarola, is a racist. That's the only point he just made, because this wasn't even, nothing in this story was about race. Not mentioned a single time. And all of a sudden he goes, well, I think the white guys in the chat that's saying on a joke, you guys have to be white, right? Why? Why do you have to reduce everything to the skin color of somebody? Like, this man is a vile, vicious racist. And he says it himself on many occasions. He bases people, he judges people by the skin of their color. By the color of their skin. Sorry, I'm getting really annoyed that people like this exist. Right? I turned the words around. Like, he literally just judges people on the color of their skin. It's disgusting. It's vile. It's inhuman. This person is evil. This person. Sorry. I keep forgetting, like, the stupid camera turns me around. So yeah, this guy right here, right? This guy fell underneath the lawnmower. That guy, racist ass.
And by the way, you freak out about like rich elites who don't understand regular Americans. You get that you're listening to one. I understand that he's into MMA or something, but he has way more in common with Donald Trump than with you. I know that you don't want to believe that because
that's kind of insane, though. Like, what the fuck does he have in common with Donald Trump, dude? He's got more money than the rest of us? That's pretty much the only thing he has in common sense. Or not common sense. Oh my god. English hurts. That's the only thing he has in common that I can think of with Donald Trump. Joe Rogan was a Bernie bro, dude. Like, Joe Rogan literally said he would have voted for Bernie.
the branding around his podcast and everything, but that's who he is. He hasn't lived as a regular person for a very, very long time. He doesn't know what it's like to live on a salary of 75K, let alone to live out of the back of the...
Bro, a salary of 75K? I make what? I make 16K a year? 75K, bro. Do you know how much money 75K a year is? This guy These people live in fantasy land, man. 75k a year. I fucking wish, dude. I wish I would get 75k a year. He doesn't know what it's like to live on 75k a year. Fuck me neither, motherfucker. Oh my god, dude. Everything about these people is just like they're so dumb. They're so out of touch with reality. It's ridiculous.
The van that is your home. I love that the activists offer.
Bro, what? What did he just say? I gotta go back. We gotta go back. I paused it in the middle of his idiotic speech, so we gotta go back because he just made it more idiotic.
Hasn't lived as a regular person for a very, very long time. He doesn't know what it's like to live on a salary of 75k, let alone to live out of the back of the van that is your home.
Okay, see, I am not gonna do what they did now, right? Because I could easily misrepresent things right now and say this guy believes that if you're working, if you get 75k a year, you live in a van, right? But I'm not gonna do that because see, I'm not actually a vile, disgusting person, right? And I get that he meant or but this is exactly what they did in this entire clip. Like I could have just done that. That's why I'm pointing it out, right? Because he just says he doesn't know what it's like to live on 75k a year, and then immediately followed by or let alone live in a van that's your house. I could easily imply what they did at the beginning and saying that his intent there was saying that 75k makes you live in a van. See what they do though? This is like the perfect example. Like this is how they get you. It's because he put two things together that you could conflate, and then you conflate it on purpose. And you're like, oh my god, Joe Rogan shit, shoot, boy, homeless people, what? I was gonna say white people, but that's what they say. Sorry. It's so obvious. I don't get why people fall for it.
For a very, very long time. He doesn't know what it's like to live on a salary of 75k, let alone to live out of the back of the van that is your home. I love that the activists offered to bring him in there so that he could actually learn about their experience. I challenged him to do that on the Damage Report this morning.
Oh, John Iadarola challenged Joe Rogan to something. Bro, he doesn't know who you are, dude. Like just like you don't know who I am, you know? You're like a joke. You're literally a joke, you know? Nobody knows who you are, man. Only the internet people in our bubble, because we do have bubbles, that's true. In our bubble know who you are, all right? And the only reason we know who you are is because you say the dumbest shit online and you appear to actually believe it. That's why people know you. It's not, you know, Joe Rogan's not gonna respond to you, bro. It's like, it doesn't even respond to your boss, and your boss has a lot more clout than you do.
He always wants to have his perspective broadened. He wants to learn about more stuff. Well, I would argue that there are better ways to do that than just bringing you on some author. Go out there and learn about it. I think that would be a pretty eye-opening experience for him.
Yeah, let's hope that I didn't just speak into existence that Joe Rogan's gonna become a billionaire. Let's hope that never happens in this timeline. That would be terrifying.
Why would it be terrifying? What? Why do you care if other people get rich? Could it be jealousy? Could that be a thing? Could you be like envious? Could you be like so annoyed that other people are successful and you're not? Could that be a thing? I think that could probably be a thing, you know? Because I don't see why Joe Rogan becoming a billionaire would be terrifying. And let's not forget, right? Just in the video, like 2 minutes ago, not even, John Iadarola went, well, millionaire, billionaire, it's the same thing, isn't it? Guys, you guys can't even keep your story straight in the same video for over a minute. can you please never ever stop making videos? Seriously, never stop, because this is a gold mine of content. Right? Every video I watch from you guys are just the dumbest. You say the dumbest stuff, and it's hilarious. Look at the dude's face right now. Yeah, he's pretty. Oh God. I denounce and reject your comment. But yeah, allegedly.
But yeah, it doesn't really matter if he's joking about shooting homeless people. He's inconvenienced by the fact that they have their like houses on the street. He's surprised that that property is protected by law. He clearly has this belief that these people don't have a right to housing. And
Maybe not in the middle of the sidewalk. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. See, this is. She's putting like a ton of stuff into that conversation that was never said. You know, she's projecting her own nonsense into that conversation. Like, how can you argue against crazy? You know? Like, oh, I said X. Oh, this guy said Y. What an asshole. We must fucking rage at him. Yes. Well, he said Y. No, I said X. He said Y. What the? Like, these people are crazy, dude. Like, how can you argue with someone that's not arguing the point? That's like making shit up and then arguing that point. Like, okay, yeah, I don't know how to answer you because you're just making shit up. You know what I mean? Oh, Winden. Wait. What? No. Debate me, bro. Oh God, dude. Hilarious.
I'm sure all of the people who listen to his podcast who think he's a relatable, everyday guy are much closer to homelessness than he has ever been. Most people in the United States of America are just one inconvenient event, just one unlucky event from being homeless, from going bankrupt. That's the reality.
That's the whole $400. You're $400 away from being homeless. That's some bullshit they came up with like a year or two ago during the pandemic somewhere. It's like, oh, Americans are only $400 off. If something happens for $400, they're gonna be in debt and blah blah blah, and all of that was complete nonsense.
That we live in. And so to talk about homeless people,
because imagine now if you have to pay 400 euros, are you in debt? Yeah, probably, right? For 200 euros, 100 euros maybe, or well, probably. No, because for example, I've got, everyone has like a little bit of savings if you're smart, if you can. Not everyone can, right? That is definitely a thing. Like, people are definitely poor. It's not like there's no poor people. That's not what we're saying. TYT, that's what TYT would get out of this, but that's not what we're saying. Like, obviously there's poor people. Obviously there's problems with that. But to say that most Americans are only $400 away from being in debt and on the streets is hilariously wrong.
as if, they're less than human, not deserving of having a place to sleep at night.
Now they're less than human. Like, look at how much stuff they got out of. Wait, you can't get rid of their stuff is protected property? Yeah. Oh, hilarious. But if I shoot them, I'd get away with it. And look at, that's all that was said. That was the joke. California has a shit justice system. That's literally the joke, right? That's the, and she's like, oh, he sees them as subhuman, and what the fuck are you getting this? Like, what? How many drugs did you take for your drug-addled brain to come up with that nonsense? You have to be like high as a kite on something, because that, no normal person, no well-adjusted person got what you're saying out of that at all.
And even joking that we should just shoot them together.
Hell, I didn't get that, and I ain't normal or well-adjusted. All right. So,
Of them because we don't want to see them in the streets. It's disgusting. It's disgusting, the fact that people listen to him. And
it is disgusting. It's disgusting that these people are still on the internet. and that they get even 50K views, right? Again, 5.2 million subscribers, so obviously, you know, everybody knows they're garbage. They only get 50K views. But they should be getting 50 views, like me, right? Because you people are nuts. Nothing you said was accurate. Nothing you said was close to the truth. 80% of what you said was you attacking a point that was only made in your own heads. It's TYT, guys. It's TYT. You know? I mean, we'll open another video. It's gonna be the same thing. They're gonna be lying. They're gonna be misrepresenting. They're gonna make stuff up. It's insane. It's insane. I don't understand. Because they have to not. How can you? I mean, they have to be making bank, right? Because why would you like continue doing this when everybody knows you're full of shit? Like, why would you online for the world to see? Why would you make such a giant mockery of yourself as a human being, as a normal, well-adjusted human being? Why would you make such a mockery of that by going on the Young Turks and just spouting nonsense and obvious propaganda? Like, I don't get that. But it gives me content. And for that, I like him. And with that, I'll see you guys later. Peace.